Welcome. Welcome to Zenful Conversations. I think I'll go ahead and put the other music on. There we go. There we go. Welcome to Zenful Conversations, and thank you so much for coming by. Thank you for being here. Truly, truly, I honor the divinity in each one of you, and thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for supporting these conversations. We are here every single day, and we are in year 6. So that is no small undertaking, and it is something we have done together. Many of you have been alone the whole time, and we have had a wide variety of conversations. This year, we're talking about being present for our own lives. To me, that's really bringing it on home. Being present. I mean, we're talking about the start. Mind, body, spirit alignment, our center. The Book of Awakening is the book that we're taking the messages from, receiving these wonderful messages from. The Book of Awakening by Mark NEPO. And this New York Times best-selling book is described as having the life you want by being present to the life you have. It's remarkable indeed. And the message we are offered today this day number 2031 is titled The Necessary Privilege. The necessary privilege. Not to feel is to stop the heart from breathing. So often we war against sadness as if it were an unwanted germ. We don't want to be sad. This is something to contemplate, our need to be comfortable all the time. It's okay to sit in discomfort. So often we war against sadness as if it were an unwanted germ, and pine after happiness as if it were some promised Eden, whose gate is keyed to the one secret flaw we need to rectify in order to be worthy. Even our Constitution attempts to rescue us from the hard, full journey of individualization, ensuring what no government can ensure: the soul's contentment, suggesting that happiness is our inalienable right, while implying that to experience sadness leaves us somehow deprived. Yet it is no mistake that to suffer means to feel keenly. For to feel deeply and precisely with full awareness is what opens us to both joy and sorrow. It is the capacity to feel keenly that reveals the meaning in our experiences. If you are thirsty, you can't dip your face to the stream and say, "I'll only drink the hydrogen and not the oxygen." If you remove one from the other, the water cannot remain water. The life of feeling is no different. We cannot drink only if of happiness or sorrow and have life remain life. The truth is that as the lungs make use of the air we breathe, the heart makes use of the things we experience. Thus, to be alive is to feel. This is our right. To feel keenly is our necessary privilege. I just want to chat about this for a second because I did have a recent sadness the past week and a half. Somebody very important to my life in the whole scope of my 60 wonderful years passed away. And what I found interesting was my ability to observe these wild range of emotions. This was a very complicated passing, and I gotta say, even though I was sad, it was pleasurable noticing the different layers. And it did make me feel alive. And there's such a beauty in it. And I think there's that poem by Gregory Orr. Oh boy, once I start to know this, I'll feel good. I'm newer to the poetry area, but I'm proud that I recognize it's Gregory Orr. Something about Rosemary Watola Tromer said that. Not to make loss beautiful, but to make loss the space that beauty comes from, or something like that. I'll have to get that and make sure I know what it is because it's important. But we do war against sadness. And pine after happiness as if it's some promised Eden. For real. This is a wave of ups and downs. And to me, my job with me is to not to be so caught up in these emotions that they drag me up and down and through the mud. If I can observe it a little bit more, then I'm not so caught up in the experience to where there's the highs and the lows, or a lot more, just more interesting when I can observe it instead of putting myself through all the stress of it. Interesting message today. Not to feel is to stop the heart from breathing. The meditative exercise that we are offered asks us to recall your most recent moment of happiness and what opened you to it. Recall your most recent moment of happiness and what opened you to it. And now recall your most recent moment of sadness and what opened you to that. Let each quiet breath bring these feelings together. The way rivers merge into a sea. Without trying to keep them separate. Feel your happiness and your sorrow merge in the depth of your being. Everything is not this black and white, yes and no. Mm. Powerful, powerful. Thank goodness. I feel. In honest gratitude, appreciation. We'll see you tomorrow. Namaste. Namaste.